Hello, Internet, and welcome to another Wednesday's serial. This time we're talking Omega Men. This has actually been something that kind of blew me away. It's kind of like DC's dirty little secret right now. Of the 299 books, this is among the best without question. If you only picked up the first issue, I'd really understand why you'd be hesitant to continue, as there's not much there. You really get the sense that there's this threat of the Omega Men against the Citadel, and that Primus is kind of like your archetype leader. But then we dig in, and the premise was that these were the guys that killed Kyle Rayner. But that's not really the case, shockingly. It's DC Comics. Second issue in, I don't feel like I'm spoiling much. Kyle Rayner's new status is no longer as a Lantern, but he's forced to be an Omega Man, but he's also like their prisoner. So that's an interesting dynamic. And he's learning what an Omega Man is as told by Primus and his men. And in the second issue, we get a lot of thought on status and where that leaves us in society and our expectations, which leads really well into the third issue. Princess Callista is a character we were introduced to, and she's attacked by Primus's forces. There's this really great fight scene with this character, Tiger, and her, who have this really long, interesting battle that plays off of some of the stuff we get when she was introduced to her, about the idea of her and her status. And then Tiger actually kind of doesn't quite cut it, and then another part of our Omega Men team comes in, Scraps, who's this chick with guns. She's the most fun personality in the book so far, so I'm more about this character and want to see more of her, and we haven't got much with her yet. And we have this whole crazy thing and an ending that would be spoilers, so I won't go there, but and in the third issue we get this thought on like always improving, and that really kind of twists a few things. And by the time we get to the fourth issue, we're really playing on Kyle's stance in this book and playing with the Callista character in weird, interesting ways. And by the end of it, where we started, so within 4 issues, all of our expectations have been subverted, and everything's twisting around. This book is moving at a pace that I can't think of many other mainstream books that would dare to. This takes place in the Vegas system, which, if you know much about the Green Lantern lore, is a place where the Green Lanterns have promised not to go, which has led to a few stories before, but now we're really digging into this place. But because of its status, this is also really outside of most of DC's continuity, and this is somewhere else. This really feels like a book that almost isn't a DC book at all, considering its complete lack of connection to anything else, which is proving to be one of its great strengths. Really, the only character that we get that's from old school continuity is obviously Kyle, but I mean, all the stuff with the Green Lanterns and stuff are memories. So I'm really hoping this book gets to go its own course, do its own thing, and last, let's hope, a year? That seems optimistic with the way these things go, but if enough people start picking up, maybe they'll get enough room to actually have a real long run. And I think a book like this could really do a lot, because so far, 4 issues in, every issue has built and done something on its own, and this is a book that is worth picking up in issues, because every issue has its own little microcosm. Also, these covers are freaking amazing. The only downside so far is that the art in the fourth one, we went from Bagnetta doing pencils, someone I'd never seen before but was doing a great job, to someone, Cypress, who did some good jobs and did some really interesting things with the layouts, but his facial stuff wasn't as strong for a book that's really kind of political intrigue, kind of a twisty sort of book. It's maybe not playing to his strengths, so we'll see. But also maybe with another issue, as he gets some time, he'll do better. If it's still on it, we'll see. But man, if you're not picking this book up and you're looking for something from DC, or not from DC even, really honestly, like, this is so out of anything else, I really recommend it. Yeah, it's only 4 issues in, it's a $2.99 book. I don't think you can go wrong. So hop on the train and let's get enough people going so that this book can stick around long enough to tell a really intricate story.